Okay, for our next group tonight, we have a brass group, kind of based in Mount Vernon, but we'll play some things for you today from the different decades that the school existed. So first up, we have the New Roaring 20s medley, and then the Nightingale sang Berkeley Square.
I'm getting hungry again.
Cake goes for a little while, but better to have
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like we're going to miss this one.
That's one coming in behind. I'm not sure how.
Yeah, that one would be.
It's not wrong.
Now it's down in Kansas yet. Looks like they're getting to the end. Looks like they've gotten to the end. Finally in.
Finally. Yeah, our friends are getting a drink in the bar. Boy, it's we haven't got it yet.
Door number one. What's your vote? I never know.
Okay, we're going to kind of trade off the grass group and Mary Barnum. Mary Barnum, who is probably a 1996 graduate of Tipton High School. She's celebrating her 39th birthday. Remember, I didn't go to Tipton, so my math isn't great. Bernie Wintry would be upset with me. But Mary Barnum's going to play a few, and then we'll be back with the brass figure.
Probably don't know him. Elder? Okay. Yeah, I don't think I know him.
Graduated about.
Oh, okay.
Lots and lots of elders. He was a might be in college. So that was, yeah. Like this, either did their neighbor on it. Yeah, I know you keep looking to see it, but
Observation comes back and they like that.
that was nice. That's why I told you when you saw her. I didn't either. He did. So he told me. He said that. He said, I said, because I wouldn't recognize her. I said, I didn't either. I said, look at that. And when he said anything, I missed her. That's your job. That's right.
Asked me if I want to meet the guy from that. That's kind of what's in your mind. I don't know. He says he believes you know. He wants to know.
Oh, you might know. I didn't know. Finally decided you're going to eat something? I just buttered in line. I was going to wait till the end, and then I thought, no, I don't want to wait anymore. Got to go get another fork.
Now what is the time?
Threw away my fork. Well, I have to say, different sizes, shapes, everything. Ages, definitely.
Okay, now, what do you think we're going to take off? No problem.
No, we didn't go to the church. He was out there, like I said, a year ago. We were married in it twice, so I've kind of seen it.
I can do that now.
Yes.
You could have kept that up.
Yeah, it is. We usually go when they It's across
Can I take your place? Thank you.
Yeah, I know. You did. Give me a second to.
Yeah.
That's the mayor of Hills. It's been on TV when they were doing all the thing about the school.
Oh, yeah, I guess it was.
I'm gonna take this with me. It was good talking to you.
It's a good seat.
Thanks for that.
There's 6 or 8 big hard copies. And then there's a yearly paper that you would like to have. You get into those heavily.
Well, my son didn't remember some that he does, so it would be good. Thanks for your entertainment. got the whole crew. Nice to meet you too. See you around.
All right.
I think you can call this a success. I think you can call this a success.
You gonna have some pictures for the paper? Yeah, I see you over here. I asked Larry how many people were here. I said, must be 300 to 400. He said, he thought we would be. But when I was saying that, I was talking to Nick, I really, but I said, this is a lot of people. They couldn't accommodate you. When you consider all the people who graduated from Tipton years that were still living, this is a relatively small percentage. I understand from the newspaper the picture of 65 is labeled as a 66. And what does it mean?
Ladies and gentlemen, could I have your attention, please? Could I have your attention up front? Ladies and gentlemen, please. Now that you've got your bellies full, we're going to start the program. So please, if you could give us your attention for a little bit, give us a little time up here, please. we'll get the program going. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, since how you will not be quiet so I can introduce our MC, I'm going to go ahead and introduce him anyway. So, if you kindly would try to listen, we're going to introduce our MC for tonight. He's a 1963 graduate of Tipton High School. He went on to go college, played football, and then into the Air Force where he served on a refueler over Vietnam. So I've got Joe. One moment, I'm going to introduce these MCs. So if you say, can anybody hear me? Can anybody out there hear me? All right. If you can hear me, wave. All right. So at least some of you are listening. Okay. You guys, some of you may have heard of this guy. If you listen to WMT radio in the 1970s, you would have probably heard of the Joe Martell show. Has anybody heard of the Joe Martell on WMT? All right. Well, Joe Martell is here tonight. However, that was his radio name. His real name is Joe Manitri. And so I'm going to bring Joe up on the stage. Joe has had a very active career in radio and television and was widely recognized as one of the top radio voices in the 1970s and 80s. So, Joe, why don't you come on up and we'll let you get started. Big hand for Joe Manitri.
How about that meal? It wasn't masticholi. That's what I thought it was going to be. But every time you go to a church event, it's always masticholi. Right? It was good. So, I'd like to thank Larry and the committee for asking me to come. I know the one person who didn't vote for me. I know who she is and I know where she lives now. I want to start by highlighting some of the people who worked so hard to make this event possible. I'm not going to get through all the names, but they're on the back of your program. You can take a look at that. Also on the program, also in your program is the history of the high school and some of the renovations and everything that have happened. And we would like to thank Amber Faye Boddicker for doing a wonderful job on this program. David, we're here for her. This is wonderful. So in the bulletin, you will see the names in the back of people who have worked so hard to make this event possible. They told me that they served 450 odd meals. For 450 odd people. I don't think you're odd, but what they're doing. So let's recognize Larry Hodgman, first of all. Hold your applause for the interview. He told me that I gotta get the mic up here. Is that better? I didn't ask you for it. Lori Hill. Rick Kennedy. Chris Clark. Judy Archer. Joanne Brennan. Ben Cook. Sherry Walker. Larry Bell. Leon Gabriel. Tammy Gordon. Brandon Moore. Chad Weasel. And let's see, the board members, Brittany Berman, Heidi Shoemaker, Kim Rockmeyer, Diane Gabriel, Michael Franks, and Steve Romer. And I think Larry, you got some other names you want to recognize? Do you want to do that?
Okay, and just a few extra acknowledgments that I want to make. First of all, it was my honor and pleasure to serve on this committee. We started last September with our first meeting trying to put this thing together. Those of you who participated today in all the events that we had scheduled, I hope that you enjoyed those as much as we enjoyed bringing them to you. And I hope you continue to enjoy tonight. We're going to have plenty of time to continue conversations in just a little bit. If you would concentrate a little bit on what we're saying, we would appreciate that. Because we are going to be acknowledging some people that contributed a lot to this program. First of all, I think Joe already mentioned, you've got a program in front of you. Everybody pick up your program and take a look at it. Pick up your programs, everybody, take a look at it. This program was designed and printed by Amber Fry Biker on her dime. She did all of this for the committee, so we're going to give her a round of applause. I don't think she's here, but that is a beautiful job she did. And let me tell you this, there are plenty more programs available, so if you want an extra copy to take with you as a souvenir, there are more copies up here on the table, so feel free to grab one before you leave. Well, these are well worth giving. Another person who did a great job for us was Christine Bovey, who operates Fresh Paint here in Tipton. Does anybody know Christine? Her name is Frazier. She was Christine Frazier Bovey, and she did all the artwork and the painting on all of her signs, including the ones you saw outside when we drove up. So, how about a big round for Christine? Appreciate you. We've had a lot of cooperation from different people throughout this committee process. The t-shirts that you see, some of you are wearing them. A t-shirt like I have on was designed by the graphic arts class at Tipton under the leadership of Tyler Rose, and his students helped design the t-shirt. They took that design down to Jamie Woody down at T&M Clothing, and she printed all these t-shirts for us. They also helped design and print and paint the large 2x8 sign that you may have seen today in front of the high school, or perhaps you've seen it on Facebook. That 2x8 sign was designed and painted by Tyler and his graphic arts class. So I don't know that any of them are here tonight, but how about a round of applause for them? The tables you're sitting at and the chairs you're sitting on were all set up by the Tipton football team under the leadership of Paul Nord, who's our football coach. So we asked for some help because you can imagine how much work this was to set up. So yesterday, Tom brought out about 8 or 10 football players, and they had this done in about 30 minutes, I think. So, big round of applause for Tom Miller and the football team. Tonight, you may have seen some young ladies helping people get to their seat, helping people with their food, cleaning up the tables. Those were all from the Tipton cross country team under the leadership of Jill Angels. So how about a big round of applause for those young ladies? I do want to say one thing particularly important acknowledgement, if you'll bear with me for a moment. The person who planned this banquet from the get-go, coordinated with Jeff's Market, arranged for the music, arranged for most everything that you see here today, was Judy Safely Portland. Archer now. Judy Archer. Where's Judy? Judy's way back there, by that overhead door. Judy deserves a great round of applause. Let's hear it again. Great job, Judy. The decorations on the table. Did anybody appreciate these decorations? How well the tables were decorated? Raise your hand if you appreciate the decorations. All right. The person who is responsible for that is here tonight. I saw her earlier. Where is Dorita Clark? Way back there. Way back there. Dorita Clark. Thank you, Dorita. Great job. Great job. There's a lot of work decorating all of these tables. I forgot to mention Christine Bowman, who painted the signs, also made this welcome banner. You see it right up here. Christine Bowman painted that. She provided the materials, the paint, and everything else. So our committee has been very pleased and very grateful for all the support that we've gotten from local business people, local communities. So this has been indeed a community effort for our group, and I'm the proudest to be of the work this committee did. How many of you followed us on Facebook, the THN 100 Facebook page? Did anybody see the Facebook page? How about the Tipton Conservative? Anybody read the Tipton Conservative? All right. Those of you who followed us on Facebook and read the Conservative know how much work those people have put into it. Chris Clark was the primary person behind all of those Facebook posts and most of the articles in the paper. Also, Lori Hill. Where's Lori? Right over here. And Deb Cook put together all of those megaphone articles that you saw in the paper. Week after week for the last 3 or 4 months. And I've had so many compliments on the work that they did. So how about a round of applause for those people? So I'm sure we're probably forgetting somebody who contributed a lot. I'm going to turn this back over to Joe and Adrian, and we'll let him carry on with you guys. Let's get this program going. I know a lot of you want to get down to the red pin and go to the free dance that's going on after a bit. So let's move along. You can also stay here and socialize. Anybody that remembers or is interested in carrot sandwiches, we have carrot sandwiches back there. Take them home. I had one for lunch today and they're wonderful. Joe?
It's Mrs. Crawford's recipe for carrot sandwiches. When I was in school, when the football games or basketball games, they packed a lunch for us. An apple, an orange, and a carrot sandwich. Wow. we're going to recognize some people, but they asked me to warm up the audience. You need to be warmed up? No. I'm going to start out with some of my fondest memories, and then we're going to recognize some people here. Okay? Being called Joe in third grade was because of Tipton School. My middle name is Joe, my first name is Larry. Of 35 boys in my class, we had 9 Larrys. 5 of us ended up in the same room. And the teacher went around and said, "What is your name?" Larry Highschool, Larry Glenn, Larry Spaulding, Larry Lang. And it got to me and I said, "Larry Manatee." And she goes, "There's no name. What's your middle name?" And I said, "Joe." And she said, "You're going to be Joe from now on." 2 kids later, Joe Molly said, "My name is Joe," and I thought of him when I did that. Also, the school is responsible for media and broadcasting. When I was in the 5th grade, we had a bus trip to KXIC in Iowa City. And I saw that guy behind the window spinning the records and whatever, and I said in 5th grade, that's what I want to do, and that's what I did. And that was all because of this school. We're going to recognize some people, but Mr. Theodore, Glenn Theodore, Glenn Theodore. Happy belated 94th birthday. I got a Glenn Theodore story. We all took the Iowa Basic Skills test, remember? And the guidance counselor had to go over the results with you. This is true story. So I remember seeing Mr. Field, and he looked at the results and he said, the results showed that you could be a radar operator. And I said to him with my sense of humor, they probably had a guy like me on the radar at Pearl Harbor who sent in the Japanese plane to a flock of birds. He didn't think it was all that funny. But as fate would have it, in the Air Force, my airplane, I operated the radar. And every time I sat down and turned that radar, I thought of Mr. Fury. He said I could do it. There were 2 buttons on that radar. Before we started the engines, I pushed the on button, and after we taxied in, I pushed the off button. And it was all because of Mr. Fury. Our basketball coach is here, Coach Crawford. You probably know him well as a successful football coach, taking the football team to the state championships and later being inducted in the Hall of Fame in Iowa for his work at the Valley of West Des Moines. We only had one problem between myself and Coach Crawford. It was how much playing time I should get. We won the Roman Conference under Coach Crawford, and only lost in the finals that year of the sub-state to Dubuque by 5 points. Now, at that time, we did not separate the schools, so we had to play the big schools. Had we had divisions, we would have won the state championship under Coach Crawford. One of my fondest memories, and then I'll talk about some of the others, some of you older grads will know this. On the first floor, right outside the lunchroom, was a large poster. It was a phrase written by Grant Rice, who was a famous baseball sportsman. He was even older than me. And he said, when the great scorer comes to mark against your name, he'll not put down who really lost, but how you played the game. And I look back and I think that says all we need to know about life in Tipton and in the high school. We learned that school building, in that school building, if you worked hard, if you played fair, with respect to others, you would live a life in value. And I'm a little disappointed in my trip that we did not see that sign still in the school. Okay, we want to recognize some teachers. Mrs. Thompson, would you stand? Yeah, okay, hold your applause for a little moment. Okay? Miss Cheezer, girls' college. J. Michael, my teacher, Steve Nash. Steve Nash. Glenn Field, we already know Glenn. Jerry Wiesmer. Jerry Wiesmer here. This is my color, you can't sit down. Donna Young. I know Donna Young. Donna Young. Andy Owen. And Bridget Owen. Music people. Let's give them a big round of applause. Because as the sign says, if you can read this, thank you, teacher. Our coaches, Lee Crawford. I know you can stand, there's about 2 more minutes. Ron Salmonson. Dave Morgenstein. Dave Fetterman. Paul Warner. Joe Engels. And our cross-country team, they guys as well. Let's give them a big round of applause. The administrative and school board, Chaz Rizak. Chad? Dustin Bowles, Jeff Corker, Dick Ramaskus, O'Neill, Bill Dickinson's son is here, right? Where is he? Okay. Heidi Schumacher. Keith Chapman. Let's give him a big round of applause. Also, the secretaries and staff, Joanne Brennan. Joanne. And Rosie McLaughlin. 911, there's a birthday boy here. George Saray, would you stand up? George, stand up. Can you still stand up? Is he here? Well, we're not saying happy birthday when you're not here. Okay. If there's anybody from the class of 1977 here. Yeah. Who was your commencement speaker? You remember what the lesson I gave you? Take the training wheels off today, right? But they may not remember much, but they remember that auditorium in 120 years. Okay, in case you missed the news, I wanted to catch you up on some news, okay? Just wait a minute. A boatload of criminals took over in Puget Sound today. No one was injured, but the salmon line. President Trump announced new restrictions on Canada today. Starting September 1st, he has closed American airspace to Canadian geese flying south. The company that makes yardsticks announced today they won't be making them any longer. Scientists in the Amazon have discovered a bird that actually makes square eggs. They've nicknamed it the Ewok bird because of the sound it makes when it lays the egg. It goes, "Woof, woof." Each Stable has a new perfume out. It's called Nothing. And their advertisement says, "Be a hit with your game or nothing." A tornado went through Ann Arbor yesterday over the University of Michigan campus and did $16 million worth of improvements. Academic standards have gone so low at Nebraska that they've had to write TGIF on their football field. It stands for Parents Go In First. The Ohio State coach says he's only dressing 15 for the Iowa game. The rest have to dress themselves. Also, the University of Nebraska announced what the University of Nebraska stands for knowledge. Mars announced 3 new candy bars. The first one's from Minnesota. It combines Sprite and Viagra. It's called Mount and Dew. The other candy bar combines doesn't matter. Just 30 seconds to get over you do it. They have a new candy bar that mixes birth control pills and baby food, and it's called No Baby Food. And the weather forecast for Tipton tomorrow is rain tomorrow, partly cloudy tonight. In Mexico City, it's going to be chilly tonight and hot tomorrow. And there's a partial score for the ballpark. The Cubs 5. We want to know two things before we go. One is, who came the farthest? John Forrest and his wife came from Florida. Anybody farther than that? Where? Arizona. Are you graduate? Where are you going? I don't believe you. Arizona. Well, Los Angeles? Orange County? Hawaii? No, you didn't. I think you know it. Let's give him a round of applause. And you know what you win? You know what your prize is? My undying gratitude. My undying gratitude. That's it. Go back. So I want to close tonight with something that I wrote. Could I have your attention, please? In closing this portion of festivities, I want to share something I wrote for the occasion. I'm certainly not a poet. I'm sure Miss Horner was here, she will tell you that I'm not a poet. But I hope you enjoy this as much as I enjoy language. It comes from my heart and is what this place Tipton and our student means to me. Long ago and far away, in a land that time stood still, there was a little place called Tipton. We remember and we always will. For there lived in this town a group of innocents, and they were you and me. We shared a lot together, that's the way it was meant to be. We longed for love and romance as we grew up in this great town. To the heart-wrenching feeling with a date on the weekend nights to watch the only show in town. We knew the name of the movie for a week that were only three. But whether it be a cartoon or the Stooges before, that was always a surprise to me. In my day, we gathered at the meat. Who remembers the meat? It's that only 10. The main road was on the highway. There were also great roads. We even had a drive-in on the curb at the edge of town. I remember that. Of course, there was always Twinkies and enough Pepsis to go around. Top that off with a liquid cone from the Dairy Queen was there, and your dining experience was complete. And calories really cared. Back then, we had one stoplight. Remember? It loomed in the middle of it all. It was 5th Street and Cedar, and stood at least 8 feet tall. The great big four-way light pole stood on a huge cement block, right in the middle of the road, right there, working on and off around the clock. That wasn't until one foggy night when a stranger passing through thought it was an overhead traffic light and his car went crashing through. A one-stoplight town now has four, where there once was only one Jew. Hats off to that stranger on that night, his car, and his urban renewal. We had a 12 o'clock whistle back then. Anybody remember that? It sounded every day. Stores would lock for lunch and close down at the end of the day. In our little town, we would play outside until the street lights began to light. And we better be on the way home or it was got that night. We didn't know much about the big world that was living just outside, because we were in our neighborhood, we were on a small town line. Most of us had no idea about all the stuff that was to come, and boy, did it come rapidly. It made some of us even know. And there were people in this small town we loved that knew everybody's name. You walked down the street in the school time, and the folks would know. These folks came to our concerts, our plays, and all our games. And the conservative posted stories long and our names. We tell our children's children the way it used to be, long ago and far away from the love of Tipton, the way life was always meant to be. That town had a spirit. We celebrated the day, not just any school, but the one that paved our way. Going back to school was always great when we reassembled in the fall. The school was the glue that held us together. Grades K through 12, somehow we passed them all. The school had a circuit, like the buses parked in there. It had a flagpole in the middle, but now it's no longer there. That building was the heart of life, 3 floors of classrooms, 2 gyms or more, study hall, the library, the playground out of doors. Remember the highly polished floors and all the lockers up and down. And the bell that rang and started class. If you close your eyes, you can still hear that bell sound. It was a place where friends hung out, and each teacher knew our name, and they worked in help us blossom. We would never be the same. In sports, we were usually the smallest in our league. The Tigers were always put up a fight, and we'd sometimes even lead. But you come waltzing into our town thinking you're going to win, because Tigers have grit and grit. And that's the way it's always been. We danced to the gym in our stocking feet, sock hops and all the thing. The league was like the friendship strong in our school. We left your friend. Things were all so simple back then, just do the work and get the way. Teachers were involved with you in high school that they did. And thank the Lord above for all the teachers in this school, where fair was fair, and where all of us together, we would have our live in our reward. And finally, fellow classmates, get on your feet and give a rousing toast to her. You're here in our great school, because our hearts forever will live in them. Everybody up. Don't forget, it was a social hour afterwards around here, and then go down to the Liberty Lounge, and then the guys down there will continue to communicate. Let's close with the fight song. Are we ready? Fight song. 1, 2,